Hola, minasan! Welcome to the first round of Knights of Guinevere, the pilot episode. Glitch got a whole new series here. At least, I'm assuming it's going to be a whole new series. We'll find out if it's really good enough for a whole new series. Glitch has done good with Murder Drones. That is now on Amazon Prime. And then there's the Amazing Digital Circus, which has a fantastic. It started off slow, but it got better, kind of a situation. And so now, Glitch got a whole new series called Knights of Guinevere. Who else was involved with Knights of Guinevere before we proceed? Created by Dana Terrace, John Bailey, Owen, Zach Marcus, and the Glitch team. So fantastic! Look forward to seeing what Team Glitch and their collaborators conjured up. So yeah, get your notes together for my post-research thoughts and 3 scenes of interest. This is call to action. Comment, like, subscribe, follow, hit the notification button, and let us begin the research.
Once upon a time, and this was a very long time ago indeed, there was a princess. Trapped in a tall, tall tower and locked away by complicated machines that ran on blood and fear. She spent her days playing games, pretending she wasn't scared, but she was in dire need of rescue.
Are you hurt?
No.
Don't worry. I can make you better.
Olivia, dear, won't you come with me?
So far,
Go on, take a look.
everything beyond the
It was
horizon,
beautiful.
Simba, is your land.
A world of possibility, where fantasies became reality, where tall tales became indisputable truths.
It's all for you, Olivia. Everyone who comes and goes will eventually be under your watchful care. Happy birthday, sweetheart.
Is she
I hope
Damien?
this can make up for... I don't think I need to say it.
You are the Omen.
Olivia, your future can be as bright and beautiful as all this. Embrace it. Let your past fade away. You're here now. Do you understand?
Yes. Thank you for the present, Papa. Come, princess.
We got some Japanese hentai to do here.
Kingdom. Isn't it pretty?
Yes, it's so very, very...
See, this is how we get Skynet, people.
Shit! Security!
It's okay, Papa. They'll bring her back. And when they do, I'll fix her again.
I don't know if this is the same same
it
voice
was so
actor as
very long
Pharaoh
ago.
Yugi.
And no one ever heeded the princess's prayers for rescue. Will she ever escape? Will she ever find her knights?
Space Princess Guinevere. We'll find out who the voice actors are afterwards. Princess Guinevere dolls. Get them today. Dan Green? Alright, let's beat this Bandai gacha game. We'll find out. She just pulled a Shinji on that. It's matching the floor there.
Well, hello, little ones. I'm Princess Guinevere. What are your names?
Ah!
Francesca and Andrea from M7. What lovely names. Are you lost?
So they go by numbers, huh? Dang AI. Even your 7 fingers.
Thank you.
Now you die.
Come on, I just need change for the vending machine. I'll tip you 10p.
Read the sign.
What? Crowny? Me?
Reggie's vending.
Ugh, I went to school with you. You know me.
Thought I did till you started wearing that uniform, Crowny.
I'm not even administration. I'm an engineer. Junior engineer. Bottom of the ladder.
Which one did she need again?
Have mercy.
Who chose your side?
Chose a job. Ass. I got friends.
That's
We're
working.
all victims of the park, but everyone's so busy picking apart each other, they don't see the corporate hand at the wheel. You think a cog like me has power? No. I got more to say. Your attention's divided, man. Meanwhile, every new planet is getting terraformed, and soon there'll be no place untouched by the light of commerce and amusement-tainment. We got no choice. I got no choice.
Alright, your yapathon is over. Get in the car.
Screw Reggie. What does he know? You're a park engineer, D. Most people would kill to have that job. Besides...
Frankie, when did you buy these? Emphasis on buy. Oh yeah, boombox. Should have known. Well, let's get out of here before Reggie finds out you're
Thief! Damn it, Frankie! Your ass is gonna pay next time at Mahjong!
In Mahjong.
There you go. You two? Looks like your who's a what's-its are out of calibration again. Easy fix. Shit. What's going on there? Some more bullshit from work?
AJ has me doing a week's worth of tests in one night. Wanna kill myself.
Yeah, I'm very curious about the
Yeah,
voice
I see what
actors
you mean.
chat.
Why would anyone splice the facial controls into the environmental pipeline? It's not a very sophisticated solution.
Oh my god. Use her eyeball to pop that out. That's a bottle cap.
Hello?
I'm Five Nights at
Fixed
Freddy's.
it.
Oh, a hunch.
Man, that's so cool. I got so much to learn from you. Then maybe I can get a job in the labs too, and we can work together. I just like thinking about that sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, shit, it's morning already? Shit.
That's right, Andy.
So that's what 10 S words. YouTube's been cracking down on that. Did we not learn from South Park about cursing? It is a literal curse. It will bring out unspeakable horrors. Let's run those numbers up on foul language.
Good day. Go kick some ass. Show him who's boss. I better get to work too.
Ew, blue goo. We can't just do it without you. Oh, chat. Shop Express.
Hey, boss man! There's something caught in the net!
Everything's a Guinevere product. It's almost like Brondo. It's got electrolytes. Oh man, this wow. Wow, this is straight up Battle Angel Alita. Thurs.
Frankie!
What?
Stop gawking at the park.
Sparky, what? You can't even see me right now.
I don't need to see you to know you stopped working. Your precious park ain't gonna have crap to melt into different crap if we ain't hauling up scrap. So get back to it. And I saw that too.
With one eye?
Yeah, usual spot. Tonight, get sifting, Frank. Eyes out for the good plastic. The keychain factories are getting desperate for
Oh,
materials.
it's the plastic.
Yep, same price. No, there's no damn repeat customer discount. Fuck's sake.
Oh man, poverty is rough.
Oh my god!
Holy shit. Is that?
A Guinevere android. I don't recognize the model.
Oh, who gives a shit what model? This is gold!
What? You're just gonna sell it?
What you expect me to do? Share
What's
it
with their
all
ears?
it?
Why are their ears like that?
Can it?
I was just thinking, Spark, I could fix her. Get her working again. Cause if I do, maybe I can get an engineering job like Andy's in the labs, and I could... Careful!
No fixin'. No labs. I don't want you involved in that dreamland crap. Those lab rats are always up to their necks.
The ears are
in
get
sick
droopy
shit.
with a piercing, huh, chat?
Trust me, they're some of my
Yeah.
best clients. Don't worry, you'll get your cut when we scrap her for parts.
Oh, that's the one that they met when they were kids. The middle finger was flipping them off. Oh, she got old and decrepit. Probably crotchety too.
We've found traces of your princess. She made it to the surface this time.
The surface? No. My poor dear Guinevere. She must be so confused and lost. Bring her back, won't you? Oh, bring her back. Bring her back. Bring her back. Bring her back. Please, I have to fix her again. I'll do better this time.
Shall I call security?
No.
Gosh, this is some freaky Five Nights at Freddy's
To handle
stuff here.
this, I need.
Look at the freaking... Dang. This is such a interesting world. Even though it feels like Battle Angel Alita. I mean, this definitely feels like Battle Angel Alita. Princess Guinevere fell off from the amusement park like Battle Angel, like Alita did. Did they draw inspiration from it? I'm very curious. I mean, coming here at the halfway point, I have to say the world build really really reminds me of Battle Angel Alita. Quite honestly, like Guinevere was tossed off just like how Alita's body, robot body, was tossed off, and sure enough was where Alita was found by a tinkerer, Ito, because Ito works with robotics, and Frankie works on robotics. I'm very surprised that I'm seeing what is essentially Battle Angel Alita in a way. At the very least, elements of Battle Angel Alita. I'm very curious if they were inspired by that, inspired by such a thing, which means that Guinevere is going to end up being probably an action fighter robot kind of thing. And so far, the world build is pretty interesting. You know, pretty excellent. Good of show don't tell. Nobody's exposited anything. Everything's just been shown to us. The factories that they're scrapping for junk to sell. You know, there's crazy poverty going on. Definitely dystopian in nature. That's pretty good. It's pretty good so far.
Polishing the wrong septic, Crowny.
And the prejudice. What the hell's with the blue goo? What, they got blue blood?
Hey, asshole! I'm just trying to get by like anyone else. Just because I got a job in the tower doesn't mean you can treat me like... doesn't mean you...
Dang, just splattered that blood all over her. Blue blood.
Sorry. Hope you feel better. But also, fuck you!
Oh, why hello. Didn't notice you there. Come closer. Meet some very good friends of mine. This is Guinevere. And Guinevere. And yes, this is Guinevere as well. The beloved monarch of Park Planet. If you can believe it, there are as many Gwens as there are stars in the sky. And every one of them draws on the same magic to remember everything. So wherever your journey leads in the park, every princess you meet will recall the same cherished memories of you. Our Park Planet engineers work tirelessly to create the ultimate experience for our guests.
She doesn't really look like any of these models.
Doesn't matter what model she is. You need to go back for her.
But I feel like this is hitting too close to home with Guinevere.
All monarchs are usurpers and descendants of usurpers.
God, what? No. Sparky's my boss. I can't just steal from him.
Do it, Francesca. Bite the hand that feeds. Think of it this way. Is it stealing or is it rescuing?
Oh, what do we have here?
Hey, you eat yet? I'm thinking sad girl dumplings and bathtub brew from Sunny's Pub, cause, yeah, today sucked.
She seemed sad when we locked her in there. Couldn't move or speak.
Who's locked up?
But are my tools good enough?
Frankie?
And Sparky's just gonna chop her up? Ugh, what an ass!
Frankie, is Sparky chopping someone up?
Yes.
Andy?
And we're gonna dispose the body.
Perfect, amazing, Andy!
Frank, you have to tell me if Sparky's doing something illegal.
Does murder
You have
count?
to tell me if he's hurt someone. In the last 8 hours?
Andy, I'm just messing with you. But you got security clearance, right? You gotta get me into the labs. I need a repair halo for this.
Well, for what? Tell me what the hell is going on.
Better yet, I'll show you.
Hi.
Holy shit. A Guinevere android?
Right?
I've never really seen one like this. It looks really unusual and old.
And I can fix her brand new.
Better bring it to security. Maybe there's a reward out for it.
Why not bring it to security after I fix it and see if I can't wow anyone? Know what I mean?
Are you saying you're willing to risk jail time to be a corporate crownie like me?
Remember when we snuck in the park to play that crane game? We didn't get the doll, but we met a real Gwen. That memory is still so vivid. And now you make stuff that gives other people memories like that. I just think that's cool as shit, D. Right, Guinevere?
Yeah.
That's right.
Ticket booth. What kind of boat is that? What? Why the code? Lab 0706. Man. This is a very, very fully fleshed out world. I'm liking the world build here.
Come on, Andy. You can do it. I believe in you.
Damn, dude. You really gotta get away from your desk.
Well, ain't this a fucking howdy-do? Andrea, Franklin, you taking my prize hog for a night stroll?
Sparky, I know this looks bad, but...
I'll deal with you in a second.
Franklin?
What is this, Franklin? Mutiny? Am I not doing right by you?
You were just going to sell her, man! To one of your nasty clients. This is a real chance for me.
To do what? Shine some shithead shoes in a fancy tower till you choke on the fumes? Know what some nasty client affords us? A second ship. Fast one. For you. Maybe even a third. That's a whole goddamn fleet with you as a captain. We both know the money ain't in scraps. It's in exotics.
Lack of gratitude.
Give it a sniff, Frank. Might chill out your rowdy ass.
Oh,
I
drugs.
love you for that hard-headed spirit, kiddo. I do, but I can't show you special treatment. Especially because you're you.
God, you're always so dramatic in front of the boys. Whoa! Stop! You're gonna damage her!
Stop biting me! Fight back proper! You stole my boat. You stole my android. And now you're throwing a tantrum like a child. You know what happens when you break the rules.
Another tooth?
Don't you dare.
Oh!
This is a stupid move, Andrea.
You're calling me stupid? You're about to sell an actual Guinevere android for scraps. You have no idea what you have.
Yeah! And you hit like an old man, old man. Oh, wait.
No. That was good. Let's make a deal. You
Why do
let
I
us
feel like
get
I'm,
your working model.
yeah,
I bet you could sell
like-
it for 10 ships, huh?
Like I'm watching.
I get why Franklin's doing this, but you,
Franklin?
what's in this for you?
Because I want money. Because I got fired. That's the truth.
Fine, fix her up. Make her shine. Then bring her back to me. Deal?
Yeah. Oh, they have. Oh, they all have blue spit. Or something.
Well, business.
You're wearing a
goes.
glove. Why are you freaking out for?
Andrea, I'll be in touch.
This as interesting as the world build is, that kind of threw me off guard. I thought her name was Francesca, because that's what usually Frankie for girls is short for Francesca. That's actually an artistic choice to go with Franklin, a boy's name. That's an artistic choice. I guess it works. You know, whatever floats their boat. I mean, they're the ones. They're the creators. I never would have considered that for a character name, for a female character name. Go with Franklin. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm very curious why he keeps spitting out blue. Well, now it makes sense why he's got that blue thing, because that's because that blue vial is drugs, and is that coming from Guinevere? Those Guinevere products, since most of them are made of plastic. That's pretty gruesome if that's the case. That's pretty much if that's the case. It's got my that's a very interesting plot point that they showed there. And again, the show don't tell, very well executed. Didn't even tell us what the name of the thing is. It's just that through the conversation revealed to be drugs. You know, that very well done on that front. I still don't know why Guinevere was given a jacket for. That's kind of weird. Too weird. Absolutely weird. One of the things I also wanted to point out, and I've been noticing, is the animation beats really does remind me of Legend of Korra, and the same team who did Korra also did Voltron, and I'm getting the same beats. I'm wondering if Glitch and his team drew inspiration from that, because it really does feel like I'm watching Legend of Korra and Voltron. Quite honestly, you know, Avatar: The Last Airbender, the whole movement and the facial expressions that they make out of it. It really channels that same animation from. I'm wondering if it's from if that's where the inspiration came from, because it's very weird, interesting but weird. Recycled Korra. Andy's a recycled Korra. Probably. Probably.
No, I thought that went really well.
Tron. Welcome to the grid.
Welcome to the lower labs, where abandoned projects are left to rot. That elevator should take us where we need to go. Last chance to turn around.
Look what I got! Want a race?
Someone's watching them.
Did you really get fired?
I really got fired.
They're idiots. Hey, maybe they'll take you back after
Please don't cheer me up. But even so, even after all this crazy shit, I have a good feeling about this plan. I think this will really
Bang,
improve
that was a
things.
drinking game. I'd be drunk.
What
Dead.
now?
Every time they say say a curse word. When someone reads a Twitter post, they scream. Oh, that's a design. Freaking Shadow of the Colossus here. Let's get some Dark Souls moment here.
That thing was
big. Yeah. Security?
No, I would have known about something like that. I think, but the Gwen droid
screamed. Yeah,
but they're not programmed to
scream. No. Do you think she was trying to warn us?
Goodly ladies, arrest thy steps. Thine hearts I wouldst make mine.
Thou art.
It's after Gwen!
Frankie, behind you!
Liquid nitrogen coolant bypass. Oh, he felt pain. Wait, machines feel pain?
You gotta save the princess. Get up, or you're all gonna die.
Oh, she dead.
Hello, little ones. Are you lost?
I say boobs. I must be dead.
Is that your parent or guardian? I see. Well, you've been such a good friend to me. Allow me to sort this out for you.
Frankie!
Wait, I want my boobs. Stop it, Andy. Let me have my boobs. Boobs.
No, no, she helped us. We have to help her.
How?
By dying. Wow. That's pretty gruesome. That machine had blood. Oh, dang. What is in that machine? That's some Five Nights on Freddy. I'm surprised these things work down here. Nothing looks like, none of this stuff looks like they work. Alright, the tentacle hentais are ready. Activate. Error, caution. Rebooting. Neo. You are in the Matrix.
Hello, Francesca. Hello, Andrea. It's nice to see
Okay,
you two
Francesca. So the guy's just being an a-hole. Okay, here's the cast. Ah. Hold on. Let me get the cast here. Hold on. We just missed the cast. Hold on. There we go. Do we recognize any of these names here? Guinevere is Eden Regal. Frankie is Michaela Laws. Andy is Zelicon Black. Sparky is Kaylee McKee. Olivia is Erin Nicole Lundquist. Nurse 1 is Kaylee McKee. Young Olivia is Lauren Kong. Orville is by Song Won Chol. Sir Arthur is Song Won Chol. Factory Worker is Song Won Chol. Kid Tantrum is Song Won Chol. Rolo is Song Won Chol. Reggie is David C. Cherry. Orso the Dragon, Kaylee McKee. Space Cat, Erin Nicole Lundquist. Space Penguin, Sarah Fisher. Space Tapir, Aiden Regal. I don't recognize any of these names, honestly. Then again, I haven't watched a lot of American. I've been watching a lot of American animation. Been on an anime binge. Yeah. Song Won Chol definitely carrying the heavy load there. And Erin Nicole Lundquist and Aaron Regal and Kaylee McKee do 2 characters each. I couldn't really tell the difference. But yeah, Song Won Chol trying to channel his inner Mel Blanc in voicing multiple characters. Let's see if there's like an end credit scene. Oh, get yourself an amiibo. They already got merch going for this. That's crazy. The glitch community, glitch in. So Frankie's name is Francesca. It's just that the dude is being an a-hole and calling her Franklin, unless she's using that as a pseudonym, which is totally understandable given the nature of the world. yeah, I have to say this was very interesting. Um, definitely looks like it. The story drew inspiration from Alita, with the android Guinevere falling out of the sky from the amusement park and then being dredged up in amongst junk. That's exactly how that happened in Battle Angel Alita. And I gotta say, not a bad direction. You know, it's not a bad thing to get to be inspired by. Battle Angel Alita is a very classic series, very classic manga series. Wish there was an anime for it. The live action movie was okay. You know what I'm saying? It was very beat for beat, panel for panel. But people who didn't, who never read the manga would never have been able to understand the whole thing, which is totally understandable. But yeah, it was pretty okay. The animation, the voice acting, the animation. I mean, they drew inspiration from like Avatar, Legend of Korra, the recent Voltron series, that whole American style anime. It's okay. It's okay. Voice acting is fine. Nothing was grating about it, aside from the constant cursing. Let me see here. Was it in here? Let me pull this out. Let's see here. Here we go. All right, from the 38 Most Common Fiction Mistakes by Jake M. Bickham, Chapter 17, Don't Mangle Character Speech. There was a time not so long ago when fiction writers strove for authenticity in some of their stories by attempting to imitate regional and ethnic dialects and pronunciations by purposely misspelling words in their dialogue. Today, such practice has have fallen into disfavor. For one thing, it takes a very high degree of skill to depart from standard English in dialogue without unnecessarily distracting the reader. For another, styles simply change, and stories using such devices today often seem quaint and old-fashioned. In addition, the sensibilities of minorities are keener today, and they tend to view such mangling of character speech as offensive. For all these reasons, the use of funny spelling or other typographical devices to indicate minority deviations from standard English speech is frowned upon by most cautious editors and may earn a rejection for your otherwise admirable story. Some attempts do get by editors and are published. In one recent story, which won't be identified in order to protect the writer, characters in a small town invariably said sure, S-H-U-R-E for sure, and really, R-E-E-L-Y for really. Try to pronounce these colorful spellings differently than you pronounce the standard spelling, and you begin to see how absurd specialized lingo can become. All attempts at specialized dialogue or speech devices are not that silly, but all are very difficult to bring off convincingly. Even trying to create Britishisms for a Londoner in your story may look awkward to the reader or even wrong. British argot and slang change as quickly as does American usage. If you get caught using last year's terminology, your informed reader is going to think you're an oaf and not like your story. Strange to say, but danger lurks also in much use of mainstream American slang and colloquialism. All such speech fads change fast. What's trendy today may already be dated by the time your magazine story or book see the light of day. It seems only yesterday that kids said things were super or neat. Later, the same things were said to be awesome or out of sight. In the academic world where slang doesn't go, specialized jargon changes just as fast. Where college professors once talked about paradigms, they begin talking about models. And where they used to say a certain changed word reverberate, they later said it would impact. Surely you could think of many similar examples. The moral? Avoid trendy speech. It will certainly date your story next year or the year after that. Just read Sinclair Lewis today to see this clearly. A novel like Babbitt was on the cutting contemporary edge when it came out many years ago. Now the archaic slang makes much of it read like a museum curiosity. Words misspelled to indicate offbeat pronunciations, dialogue words full of apostrophes to indicate the dropping of letters, excessively fragmented sentences and character talk, and all such devices of realism are often extremely irritating to editors and would be readers alike. They sometimes obscure meaning too, and they distract readers from what's going on in the story and instead focus them on your verbal gymnastics. An occasional elision and use of standard contractions will suffice to make your dialogue readable and realistic. All attempts at more only court disaster. Finally, while you were looking at ways your lingo can mess up your story, please consider another error that beginning writers often make in quest for realism. That's the whole question of profanity and obscenity in character speech. I am now in my third decade of dealing with young writers. Quite a few over the years have been military veterans. Many of these guys wanted to write fiction based on their experiences in the military. Inevitably, they brought me copy studded with oaths, obscenities, curses, filthy puns, and all manner of verbal crud like that which is so prevalent in the military, and a lot of other fields for that matter. When I protested that a very great many editors are surprisingly blue-nosed about excessive use of dirty words, my young males always protested vehemently that after all, it is the way it is. I have seldom succeeded in convincing them that dirty talk often looks dirtier on the page than it actually is. I have tried to convince them that such strong words, if they are to be used at all, should be saved for those story situations where a really strong word really is needed to convey the emotion. But I haven't convinced many of that viewpoint either. So over the years, a steady stream of Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine stories and novels filled with dirty words have winged their way out of Norman, Oklahoma, and its environs, headed for the great literary marts of New York. So far, every one of them has failed to sell. And I am convinced that the gross language was the only factor that doomed several. Most of us let slip a cuss word once in a while. A few in a novel, certainly not going to shock anybody, but it's a rare bird who has enough talent to sell a story or a novel with a high percentage of those words in it. You might be able to mention several examples of books that prove such realism does get published. I can't give you the names of dozens of talented people who never got published at all because they couldn't keep the garbage out of their characters' mouths. You'll make your own decisions about character speech. However, I hope you'll think about the points just raised. Oddball spellings, excessive dropped letters to indicate colloquial mispronunciations, attempts at racial or ethnic dialect, and heavy use of realistic dirty talk all risk offending someone. Some you might offend will be editors who have checkbooks, and others may be members of honorable American minorities who have already been thoughtlessly battered verbally and otherwise for a dozen generations or more. Under such circumstances, is it really necessary? Is it really necessary to have them say the S word 5 consecutive times on several occasions? Think about that very carefully, dear writers out there. Think about that very carefully. It's not like how like Has Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss, where the foul language flows through naturally and fits what the characters are saying within the moment. Here we have characters who are saying the S word 5 straight times, and almost at every second. It doesn't come off naturally, is what I'm saying. You know, it feels very weird hearing them cursing at almost every few lines. It really does detract away. Well, first of all, it does take away other points that could have been spoken within the dialogue involving the world and such. Instead, we got to sit and listen to foul language at every turn. Which again, there's nothing wrong with foul language, as noted. You gotta treat it like mercury. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to use that term. Because when it comes to writing with words, phrasing, context, you got to use mercury. You got to treat it like mercury. You know, just because it sounds cool doesn't necessarily mean it should be in there. Maybe at that point not to be in there, but maybe in a later point is what I'm trying to point. You know, yes, chat, you're right. In other words, keep foul language out. It takes up too much space. Absolutely. Foul language takes up too much space, and that's what I felt happened here. The moment when she was running away, saying the S word 5 straight times, Frankie, that could have been a whole good sentence that could have provided information for us viewers. That could have been relevant to the situation at hand. Instead, we got that, and you got, and mind you, this is 26 minutes of show, and when you do nothing but foul language, primarily, and you're not advancing the story, the world, the plot, or anything, there's nothing organic about that. There's no organic coming from it. Let me put it like this. Do you really talk like that in the real world? You should always ask yourself that question. Do you curse every 2 to 3 sentences you speak? Do you always spout a foul word? If it is, stop it. First and foremost, people don't like potty mouth. Not everybody is a potty mouth lover. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, especially if you're dealing with professionals. Number 2, nobody legitimately really talks that way in everyday speech. We do curse. We do curse. Yes, I curse myself, although I have to restrain myself because TOS. YouTube's got crazy crackdown with foul language and everything, but there's no reason for your characters in your story to be cursing every 2 to 3 lines. It's not natural. Nobody talks like that. Even Tarantino, there's a lot of cursing, but guess what? We don't hear them cursing until maybe the 10th line. When they hit the 10th line, that's when they start cursing, or when something really bad happens and they're freaking out. You know what I'm saying? We in the moment. The thing is that there were a few instances in the moment that didn't need the you know what I'm saying? It's just that there was too much and left out what could have been very lots of cursing, lots of feet chat. Yeah. No, but the point is that there is nothing inherently wrong with having curse words in your story, but consider your length of your story is what I'm trying to say. You have a 26-minute show here, and every other line there's a foul language going on, when that line could have serviced the plot and the story. There's nothing. You're not being edgy. First of all, you're not being edgy. You're not being profound, and you're not providing the information that people need. You can sit there and say show don't tell, but you still need dialogue with the show. You know what I'm saying? Showing still needs some dialogue to be able to pull it off. Not everybody is a Genndy Tartakovsky who could pull off a 30-minute episode of Samurai Jack with only one line of dialogue, quite honestly. Okay, and most of the cartoons that don't have a line of dialogue are usually compensated with cartoon violence. With cartoon violence and lots of action. Lots of action. We didn't have a lot of action. In the sense, with violent action and such. What we had was a lot of dialogue and world building, and that's not the time to have foul language at every turn. It served nothing to the story. You could have just only had a few, maybe 5 lines, I would say would have been good enough, but not to the extent of this. It really took me out for the most part, because I would have liked to have known what that little canister is called. Let me put it like this: the guy that kept I forgot his name. What was his name? Well, whatever his name was, that Frankie was working with, Francesca was working with. He showed a little vial. that line, he could have had a line to give us the name of that vial. We didn't even get the name of that vial. It's, and whether it's a drug or not. You know what I'm saying? It was implied that it might be a drug from the way he was talking, but we could have used a line of him saying what the name of that drug is. Instead, that line was wasted on a curse word, is what I'm saying. But, you know, and that's what messes up the your storytelling. When you spend too much time doing curse words and not using some of those lines for important information, because that was an important plot point. That was a very important point. Clearly it's drugs, but we needed the name of drugs. You know what I'm saying? That we could have gotten the name of drugs. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have to go through an exposition or anything, but the point is that we could have gotten the name of the drug, because that was clearly a MacGuffin. That's an important thing, and that's something that will be seen down the line. Instead, he's holding it up and he's just cursing and cursing and cursing and cursing. Very disruptive. It's very disruptive. And again, I'm not saying you can't curse, but I'm saying you just really consider the length of your story in relation to how many times you want to curse. Tarantino has 3-hour movies. That's why he can afford to put so many curse words in there, because his movies are 3 hours long. They're 3 hours long and heavy on the thing. Chat says if it's in a vial, then it's either drugs or magical potions. Context, most likely drugs. It definitely is drugs from the context that was presented. But that's not my point. My point is that he could have given it a name, so that way we could identify what that is next time we would see it. And instead of getting that identification, we instead got curse words, just curse words in his sentence. You know, naming things is a very important piece of information when you're introducing an element into your story. That drug was an important element to the story. It needed a name, and the name should have been provided in the dialogue instead of curse words. Chat is very insistent here. The last Tarantino movie I saw, the camera would glance over at a woman's feet every 4 minutes. I'm thinking, what's going on here? Yeah, he's got a foot fetish. We all know he has a foot fetish. He loves his foot fetish. So, first scene of interest. First scene of interest is Princess Guinevere products. Straight out of Brondo. She's got electrolytes. I gotta say, it really hit close to home with regards to my own, when it comes to my IPs. The whole entire world revolves around Space Princess Guinevere. It kind of really reminded me of the movie Idiocracy, where corporations actually run the world, run everything. How you say, like Brondo, you know, the presidency of the United States presented by Brondo type of thing. And that's pretty scary when you think about it, where everywhere you go, every single resource and product is actually used in everyday life. You know, the people who are scrapping down there have to use this Princess Guinevere product to get money for scraps, or to build homes and boats with. It's very crazy. It's pretty crazy that she dominates people's lives like that. And pretty freaky when you think about it too. Because imagine, it's pretty crazy too, because it's like if Mickey Mouse was in our everyday lives, or Mario, or Bugs Bunny. At every turn, our whole entire currency and natural resource is the acquisition of all these merchandise, and it's the only way we could be able to survive on. It's pretty scary the way it was presented. Not just only scary, but also at the very beginning, where the robot the android Princess Guinevere had actual living tissue coming out of her body. Is she a cyborg or something? I don't know. But it really gave us a lot of questions, and I would like to see those answered. Quite honestly, I'm very interested in seeing how they'll be answered in the series. That is, if the series, if they decide to go ahead and proceed with the series, because this is a pilot episode, and and it's very apparent that, which I've already addressed, is the issue with the with what's going on in the whole thing. My second scene of interest, crazy enough, and I had already mentioned this before, and I'll mention it again, and that is the amusement park, looking straight up like how you say, Thurs from how you say, Battle Angel Alita. Sorry, it slipped my mind here. The amusement park floating over Earth with the fireworks and everything, and suddenly they're throwing things off the platforms and into the ocean below. Definitely can see the inspiration for Alita in that. You know, it seems like the wealthy and the rich live in the amusement parks and living in the fantasy world. We don't know fully yet, but it definitely looks that way. You know, but in terms of impressions, that is the impression that I'm getting. If Alita is the inspiration, then, you know, or a specific group of people, like what happened. I guess that's what happened with Andy. Andy got a job, which she was referred to as a crownie, you know, a slur, but she worked within that whole type of facility. She definitely had a high access facility. I'm not sure if she was in the amusement park or something. She was definitely somewhere, but it's a status thing that's going on. There's a group of people living in there because we saw a whole bunch of stuff getting tossed over. Either somebody's living in there, or there's something about the amusement park that's well, we already know it's unusual and everything, but I'm talking about like humans, you know what I'm saying? Is the rich and the wealthy living there, or those who gained status and such, like the way Andy did, while Frankie wanted to get up there? Because that's what happens in Alita. People living down below want to get to Thurs, which is up, which is all the way up above, and they had to go above and beyond all sorts of crazy things, including putting a chip, some kind of microchip. I forgot the name of the microchip, but it was a microchip on their forehead in order to get into Thurs. And I'm well, we didn't get to see that with Andy, like any type of stuff indicating that she had to give you know, something into her body to get in there. But the whole entire amusement park really has a good aura of mystery to it. Like, what is up there? What is in there? Eventually, we will find out if this gets picked up, because it would be nice to see it get picked up. Most definitely, it would be. Hopefully they won't try and make it like a Shyamalan type twist. Just keep it simple. I would say keep it simple. Not as simple as my third scene of interest. Pain. Robots feeling pain. This particular robot felt pain, and blood gushed out. Guinevere, the Gwenbot, started screaming in pain. Not only that, but was in total pain at the very beginning. With her intestines spilling out, and she jumps off like a bungee cord. It's very gruesome, very dark. Great way to set the tone too, showing the Gwenbot. So it's kind of like again, I'm getting that Battle Angel Alita vibes that the people have to turn themselves into Five Nights at Freddy's, in order to go into the amusement park, to be part of the amusement park. That's pretty gruesome if that's the case here. Like, jeez, man, Battle Angel Alita meets Five Nights at Freddy's. In order to get up to the amusement park, you gotta turn yourself into an amusement robot or something, and have your blue intestines spill out, or in the case of this one, actual red blood, which is pretty insane, very insane, very high, very good concept, coming out of this. Very good concept. I would say, aside from getting rid of swearing, I would say really, I'm not sure, honestly, because it is a good start. It is a good start. A lot of, and really posed up a lot of good questions in this pilot. I just, yeah. And we got clarity at the end. Francesca and Andrea, Frankie and Andy, and I like that there's a good variety of bad guys, because it's not just only the amusement park that's the antagonist, but also people like the junker that Frankie works for. And the drugs serving up as the antagonistic role, and it's good too because there's only two of those, two antagonists, so it's not overloaded with 1,000 antagonists from different directions, which is pretty good. It's pretty solid. So, do I want to see this become a show? Yeah, I would like to see this get picked up. The world build is fascinating, and the inspirations are very apparent, and I would like to see where they go with this overall. Yeah, Sparky, thank you, chat. Sparky, definitely an antagonist alongside the amusement park. So I wish them all the best of luck. I hope that they do get to run a whole series, and he ends up and of course the show ends up on like Amazon Prime or something, like what happened with Murder Drones. So yeah, they got something going here. Very good. So head on over to Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com and grab yourself a copy of The Impossible Man, strange fantasy novel written by me. You'll find links to this in the book down in the description below, along with links to other merch such as pins, stickers, t-shirts, music. Enjoy the products. Thank you for your patronage. And if you happen to have a copy of The Impossible Man and did a lore video on it, thank you very much. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on it. And if you're interested, you can join me in my live multi-stream on Twitch and Kick every Monday through Thursday, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I do lore research, Japanese cultural studies, gaming, and more. I look forward to hanging out with you. So, hopefully, until the next round of Knights of Guinevere, I hope it happens. Thank you all for joining me, and I wish you all a good night. Buenas noches, and oyasumi nasai.